Elena Reyes used to believe that love was something you fought for, not something you survived. The first time Marco raised his voice, it was over something small. Burnt rice. He didn't yell at first. He just sighed, loud enough to make her feel it. "You know I've had a long day." Elena apologized. She always apologized. The second time it was because she laughed too loudly on the phone. "Why do you have to tell everyone our business? I wasn't..." "You were." By the third year of marriage, Elena had learned silence better than any language. She could tell which version of Marco would walk through the door just by the sound of his footsteps. Heavy meant frustration. Fast meant anxiety. Quiet meant something worse. Her world became smaller, careful, measured. Don't speak too much. Don't question him. Don't be late. Don't forget to text. Don't make him feel like you're slipping away. Because when Marco felt like he was losing her, he held on tighter. But the hardest part was that he wasn't always like that. There were mornings he made her coffee just the way she liked it. Nights he held her like she was the only thing keeping him grounded. Moments he looked at her like she was his entire world. And Elena held on to those moments because they were real. But so was everything else. It didn't start as a fight. It never does. Elena was late. Only 15 minutes, but when she opened the door, Marco was sitting in the dark. No lights, no TV, just him. "You didn't answer." "My phone died. I called you 6 times. I know, I told you." "You always have a reason. Always." "I'm not doing anything wrong, Marco. I didn't say you were." But his eyes did. "You don't trust me." "I trust you. I just don't trust everything else." "That doesn't make sense." "It makes sense to me. And that was the problem. I can't keep explaining myself. I'm not asking for everything?" "Then what are you asking for?" He stepped closer. "For you to care. I do care." "Then act like it." "I am." "Then why does it feel like you're slipping away?" Because this time, the truth didn't sound like an accusation. It sounded like fear. "I'm not slipping away." "But you're holding on so tight I can't breathe. I just don't want to lose you." And for the first time, she saw it clearly. Not anger, not control. Fear. "I can't be the reason you feel okay." "So what? You're leaving? I don't recognize us anymore. If you walk out that door, don't come back." And that was it. Rain hit her the second she stepped outside. Cold, sharp, relentless. Her thoughts spiraled. Maybe she pushed too far. Maybe she should go back. Her phone buzzed. "Marco." She stared at it. "Don't do this. Come back. You'll regret this." Her chest tightened. She stepped forward without looking. A horn blared. Lights flooded her vision, too bright and too fast. Time slowed. Her phone slipped from her hand, and for the first time she thought of herself. Not him, not the fight, just herself. Then everything went dark. She woke up gasping. Her room, but different. Her phone buzzed. "Good morning, love." 3 years earlier. It didn't come out all at once. It never does. It started with small things. The way Marco always checked his phone when Elena didn't reply right away. The way silence made him restless. The way he needed reassurance but never asked for it directly. One night, while they were sitting on the couch, Elena asked casually, "Were you always like this?" Marco didn't answer right away. He stared at the floor, then laughed softly. But there was no humor in it. "My dad used to promise he'd come back," he said. Elena went still. He'd leave for days, sometimes weeks, and every time, he'd say the same thing. "I'll be back." Marco swallowed, and every time I believed him. His voice was steady. Too steady. "I used to wait by the window," he continued. "Like, if I stayed there long enough, I could make him come home." Elena's chest tightened. "My mom?" He exhaled. She tried, but she wasn't really there either. Not all the time. What do you mean? Elena asked softly. She'd be fine one day. Cooking, laughing, like nothing was wrong. And then the next. She wouldn't get out of bed. He looked at Elena then, really looked at her. I never knew which version of her I was coming home to. And suddenly, everything clicked. The questions, the control, the fear. I think, Marco said quietly, I just learned that people leave when you stop paying attention. His voice dropped. So I don't stop paying attention. Not even for a second. And for the first time. Elena didn't feel suffocated. She felt sad. Because she finally understood. Marco didn't hold on tightly because he wanted to hurt her. He held on tightly because he never learned how to feel safe without doing it. And that made everything harder. The notebook didn't look important, just something forgotten. But the moment Elena touched it, she felt it. A strange, heavy familiarity. Her name was written on the first page, in her handwriting. Her breath caught. She opened it slowly. If you're reading this, it means it happened again. The words felt like they were written for her, not just by her. The pages were filled with memories that didn't belong to this timeline. Fights she hadn't had yet, conversations she hadn't spoken, moments that hadn't happened. But they felt real. Too real. Her chest tightened as she read. You'll notice it early this time. The way he asks questions, the way he needs to know everything. Her fingers trembled. You'll think it's different because you understand him now. A tear fell onto the page. It's not. Elena flipped further. The handwriting changed. Messier. More desperate. I tried loving him better. I tried being more patient. I tried becoming someone he wouldn't feel the need to control. Her breath hitched. None of it works. She reached the last page. The ink was pressed so hard it almost tore through. You are not meant to save him. You are meant to save yourself. Elena closed the journal. Her reflection stared back at her. But it didn't feel like just her anymore. It felt like every version of her that had already lived this life. And left her a way out. The moment Marco said it, the world tilted. I know, he said quietly. Elena's heart pounded. Know what? She asked. He stepped closer. Not aggressively, just certain that you remember. Her breath caught. Silence stretched between them. You think you're the only one? He said. Elena's stomach dropped. I've been here too, he continued. More times than I can count. No, she whispered. That's not possible. Marco let out a quiet laugh. That's what you said last time too. The words hit like a punch. You always think you can change it, he said softly. You always think this time will be different. His voice wasn't mocking. It was tired. And every time he added, you leave anyway. Elena stepped back. Why do you keep coming back? She asked. Marco looked at her like the answer was obvious. Because I don't know how not to. And that was more terrifying than anything else. Elena stared at him. Really stared. Not at the man who hurt her. Not at the man she loved. But at everything in between. You don't love me, she said softly. Marco flinched. Yes, I do. No, she said gently. You're afraid. He shook his head. I'm afraid of losing you, he admitted. That's not the same thing, Elena replied. Silence. You don't trust that I'll stay, she continued, so you try to control everything that might make me leave. Marco's jaw tightened. I just want us to work. And I want to breathe, Elena said. The words hung in the air, because they were both true, and that was the problem. Elena stepped closer, slowly, not to stay, not to fix things, but to end them properly. I forgive you, she said. Marco froze. not because he expected anger, but because he didn't expect that. "I know you didn't mean to hurt me," she continued, "and I know you're trying in your own." His eyes softened. "Then don't go," he whispered. And for a second, everything in her wanted to stay, because this version of him, the honest one, the vulnerable one, was the one she fell in love with. But the journal echoed in her mind. "You will feel sorry for him. That's when you lose yourself again." Elena took a step back. "I can't be the reason you feel okay," she said. "I can learn," Marco said quickly. "I can change." Elena smiled, soft, sad. "I believe you can," she said, "but not with me." Silence. For the first time, Marco didn't argue, didn't chase, didn't reach for her. He just stood there and nodded. And that was the moment everything changed, because for the first time, he let her go. Not out of fear, but choice. Months later, life felt different, quieter. Elena sat in a cafe, sunlight warming her face, a book open in front of her, a cup of coffee untouched. She wasn't anxious, wasn't checking her phone, wasn't waiting for something to go wrong. She was just there, living. For the first time in a long time, she had started painting again, started seeing friends she had slowly drifted away from, started remembering who she was, before she became someone who needed to shrink herself to be loved. Across the street, movement caught her eye. Marco, her breath caught, but her heart didn't race, didn't panic, didn't ache. It just noticed. He looked different, less tense, less guarded. He saw her, paused, and for a moment, the past stood between them. Everything they had been, everything they had lost. And then, he smiled. Not desperate, not pleading, just peaceful. Elena smiled back, because she understood now. Love didn't have to mean staying. Sometimes it meant letting go, and for the first time, that didn't feel like losing. It felt like freedom.